Hello friends, welcome again, and I have updated this sheet with a few more features, and I will quickly in these features. First feature is I have 2D and 3D frames. So those who now want to make only 2D models, where they want only 3 to 4 different sections or frames, or only a single frame, then they can select this 2D frames option, and in the base spacing, and they can select uh, 1111 and all the 4 different base spacings, and they can proceed. So uh, it is easy for only 2D frames, only particular base spacing with like one base spacing of 7.5, one base spacing of 7.3, one base spacing of 7.8, and one base spacing of 7.4. This 4 frames will be generated with all the loadings as per this base spacing will be created. So this is easy for those who want to make only 2D models. So 2D and 3D we can make. Then second major update is the column loads. I have added the column loads. In the column loads, if you want to put the column loads, we have to click here yes or no. If you click yes, then it will select the column loads. Now in column loads, we can give 2 types of loading. First is point load, and second is moment. So I have considered only two because in general practice, we come across only 2 to 3 different types of loading. That is pipe loading, or crane walkway, or crane live loads, and additionally if any loadings on the column. So point load and moment. So if there is a UDL, like for a crane walkway, if we provide UDL, then we need to convert that into a point load on a column, and point load with some distance that will create a moment. So we have to define point load and moment. Now we have to give the distance from the ground level, and we can select the category whether it is in dead load or imposed load. And here, at which column location. For this, I have given different columns, like all columns. If that load you want in all the columns in a particular frame, left column, right column, or interior columns. And if you want for all interior columns, you can select that option. Now, as soon as you will change the multi-span, like type of the building, like only multi-span one. So in multi-span one, like there are only 3 columns. One is right, left, and central. So it will automatically take only few options, that is all columns, left column, right column, and interior column. Now if you select multi-span 2, so it is 2 interior columns. So it will show these options: all columns, left column, right column, interior 1, interior 2, all or interior columns. Like sometimes if there is a piping load on interior columns, then we can always select all interior columns at once, so that can be applied. And the vertical forces, that is gravity forces, only we have to give positive signs, and moment we can give positive and negative sign both, whether it is acting clockwise or anti-clockwise. So that is it about the column. Now all other things are similar. In design section, I have changed to only 2 design types. One is IS and one is AISC. So whenever you select IS, it will take all the load combinations as per IS, and whenever you select AISC, it will take load combinations also as per AISC, and design constant as per AISC. So let us select any example, like we select multi-span 3, so 3 interior columns, and span is 25, 22.5, so it's okay. And let us select any non-expandable frames. Let us select slope 1 jump 10, and select outer columns as fixed, and in base spacing, we have select 3D frames. So let us go in base spacing and adjust it. So 120. it's okay, then we will proceed. We will take some column loads, like at least we will take pipe load. So let us take 4.5 kilonewton, and distance from the ground load, let us say 6 meters, and let us say all columns, and let us say another pipe load to 6 kilonewton, and let us say 7.5. Let us say only interior columns, only I column 2. Let us check the system. I have also made one note here. If this cell shows that not okay, then the load is applied above the column. Let us say by mistake I have given 16 meters. Then it will select not okay because this load is going to the height of the column. So it will not be applied. So I am not changing any this load. Then live load also I am not changing. Oh, sorry, wind load. Earthquake I'm not changing. Crane loads, let us select yes. And since multi-span 3, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 column, 4 cranes will be inactive. But no need to do, no, it will automatically take only 4. But if like I don't want crane in this system, then I can select no. And this crane system 3 will be inactive. Let us select no. And for the design, let us select IS first. 180, 100. Also, whatever things we have selected, that is automatically transferred to the editor file. I will show you quickly. In the editor file, you can see today's date, then seismic forces start point, then dead load, collateral load, and live load, how it has arrived. Then this piping load also printed, that 4.5 kilonewton at 6 meter from ground on all columns, and pipe load 2 at 6 kilonewton at 7.5 meters. So whatever we have selected, all the loads will be automatically given in the this editor file. So whenever you submit it to some other places or your clients, then it can be easily readable. Column loads, wind load calculations, then all the loads, wind loads, crane loads, and all the crane loads are also defined in crane hook loads. Then automatically all the combinations are also generated with all the, and automatically load list, like whatever the for the design whichever combinations are to be taken, automatically it is defined from load list 49 to 405, and parameters as per IS all are printed. Now I quickly show you the loading. You can see the dead loads for each and every frame. Then this concentrated GY, that is to the all the columns, 4.5 kilonewton at 6 meters. Now the second load which we did was an imposed load, so it will go in live load, and that is only applied to interior column number 2. So this load was applied in dead load category in all the columns, so you can see all the columns, and you can also see that it is just below this, so at 6 meters. And in live load category, if you see interior column number 2, so this is interior columns, that number 2. So all interior columns with this are applied. You can also apply moment, and this you see all the crane loads are there, and the combination start from 49 to 405. So design has been taken as per that consideration. If you see the load combinations, you will see that it's a factored load combination as per IS 800 2007 1.5 dead load diagram. Now we will just change one more feature I have added. Like if you want another file, like a test file is there, and I want another file to be generated, it won't replace this file. It will give a different numbering. Like in design, I will just change from AAC. Let us change it to 0, which is by default. Just two changes and click E-drive. See, I have given, see, it has given test number 1. It will not replace the original file. It will give the another file name. Similarly, if you try third time, then it will give you another name. And if by default you need to give another name, you can change this name. Now we will see as per see all the loads. Load combination you can see it is unfactored and as per AAC 2010 ASD method. All the load combinations as per AAC design also ASD unified, and in this if you see these factors are also added. And one thing is that although you are selecting AISC, the wind application is as per Indian code only, and some of the users have requested me to add MBMA wind loading, which I will be adding in next version. So instead of this Indian standard application of wind loads, I'll also add American standard MBMA 2010 wind loading. So a user in the future versions will be able to select whether they want to apply the wind load as per Indian standard or MBMA. So that can be done in the later stage. Okay, thank you.